Good evening and welcome for a Saturday primetime game here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada as the Calgary Stallions get ready to do battle against the Detroit Trappers here at the Canadian Western Bank Center. Only game here on a Saturday night in the PIHANA, and we are about ready to go as Pedersen will go up against Lackinen in a face-off. On the opening draw, Pedersen for Calgary wins it away. Pedersen now with it for Calgary. He'll get it. Lackinen turned over there. Ristolainen will have it for the Trappers. Tries to get it cross ice with Kovalenko. He'll retreat back and he'll get it there. Bernier presses him to the boards. Kovalenko out in front of the net. Shot stopped by Fauschenbauer. Reinhardt now picks it up for Calgary. He'll get it up to Pedersen. Gun Pedersen across the blue line. Knocked off his stick. Kuznetsov tries to get it through and can't. Lawrence Kaba now on it for the Trappers. He's bodied there. Lackinen poked away by Bernier. They fight for it behind the Calgary net, and Bernier comes away with it. He'll go cross ice to Pedersen. Pedersen will stop up, get it to Reinhardt. Reinhardt across the line, tries to cut in across Kaba. Gets in front. Oh, and it's a good save. Anders Falk, his first start for the Trappers, the Swiss goaltender, will go up against Simon Fauschenbauer as they go away from Osip Butkin just for tonight. They say they are still committed to him being their full-time starter. They want to give Anders Falk an opportunity and see what he can do here. Warshevsky now for Calgary. He'll come in across the line. He'll stop. Tries to get to the front of the net, knocked off. Ovoskadachenko, the Ukrainian defender, will get to the blue line and dump it on in. Warshevsky, first one on it. Warshevsky will turn. He'll stop, get it up to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to the red line. Bodied there by Ovoskadachenko. Big hit. Sabine Borik pressed behind by Stuart Thornburg. He'll kick it to the opposite corner. First one on it is Warshevsky. He'll get it knocked away for a second and get right back on it from Thornburg. Wilkinson now for Calgary. Stop, will retreat. Now Miller with some open ice. Miller gets to the front and knocked off there by Jacobson. It'll be Dayton Helm now, up to Stuart Thornburg. Tries the center and Warshevsky picks it off. Fyodorov, 5-on-3 brewing here for Calgary. Fyodorov tries to get it to the net and he'll be knocked off, and we'll have a power play here. They're going to call it a trip. Valentin Jacobson will head to the box. He has bumped off the puck right there, so a Stallion power play here. Calgary finds themselves third in the Canada division, trailing Toronto and Montreal, trailing Toronto by 3 points and Montreal by 6 after the 2-1 loss to the Mammoths the other night. So Calgary looking to get back on the right side of things after the loss to Montreal in one of the better games we've seen all season, a 2-1 loss to the Mammoths. Detroit gets it up to Markov. Markov in across the line. Tries to get to the front of the net. Gets the puck knocked off. Carolinen shot. On the short-handed attempt, Carolinen gets stoned there. And now it'll come out of the zone. Calgary with it. Robbie Delaney to Fyodorov. Shot. Gloved by Falk, and he will hold it right there. Anders Falk. Again, getting the first start for him of his PIHANA career, as Osip Butkin had gotten the previous starts. Kovalenko against Reinhardt, and Kovalenko comes away with it, but now Reinhardt tips it on net. Reinhardt fights with Tiketovic. They continue to battle. Tiketovic will have it, and they will get it out. Pedersen behind his own net will try to get things going again for the Stallions. Line across the line. Gets it to Reinhardt. Slap shot. Sticked aside by Falk. Up high to Pedersen. Now to Line. Tries to get it down, and Toivonen will pick it off. Toivonen with a lot of room. Toivonen will stop up. Gets it back to Tiketovic. Carolina down low. Off the side of the goal. Kuznetsov up to Pedersen. Pedersen stops for a sec. Gets it over to Line. Now Reinhardt. He went into the zone and he's tripped up. Kuznetsov keeps battling for it. Now Reinhardt. Reinhardt tries to get it in front. Can't get it away, and it'll be touched up there by Detroit. So another penalty coming up to the Trappers as Tiketovic guilty of the trip on Reinhardt. Right as the penalty had ended. So right back to the power play. Detroit able to kill off the first one, but they find themselves pinned right back up against that penalty kill. Markov wins it away from Fyodorov, and Detroit will flip it down. Slater now with it. Slater gets it up to Miller. Miller sticked away by Kaba. Fyodorov now for Calgary. He'll enter the zone, waiting for a trailer. Tries to get it to Miller, and Markov will get it away. Nadov to Brock. Benny Brock. Approaching 8 minutes gone here in the first. Fauschenbauer the save on Brock. Valentin Winslow to Delaney. They have numbers. Fyodorov cuts in. Gets it back to Slater. Shot gets blocked. Slater again. Stopped there by Falk. And Benny Brock will get it out of danger. So good chances there from Calgary on the rush. Unable to beat Falk, the Trappers goalie here tonight. Miller tries to get it to the center, and it'll be picked off there. Markov flips it down into the zone, picked up by Slater. Slater up to Miller. 30 seconds left here on the power play. Miller up to Delaney. Fyodorov into the center, gets knocked off, and Markov will take it away. So 25 seconds left here. One more rush opportunity for Calgary as the time ticks away on this second power play. Fyodorov knocked off there. Markov will get it out of there. And with 6 seconds left here on the power play, that should do it. Slater pressed to the boards there. Miller will come away with it, get it up to Fyodorov. Up to Laine. Laine will stop, try to turn. He gets bumped there. Miller now to Laine. Laine coming in. Backhands. Glove stop by Falk. Falk will get it out of there. Gets to Carolinen. Now it's Thornburg on it. Gets it up to Benny Brock. Brock will turn in his own zone. Come up the near boards. Get it up to Kovalenko. Kovalenko's pass picked off. Back to Kovalenko. Now Thornburg, a shot. Stop there. It's in front, and Thornburg can't get it away. A good hit there by Slater as he and Thornburg fight for the puck. Kuznetsov now in. Oh, and he's blown up by Kovalenko. Reinhardt's shot gets blocked away. Carolina up to Thornburg. Thornburg trying to create room. Kovalenko will be tripped by Laine. So now a Detroit power play after Calgary had a couple of opportunities earlier here in the first period. We're at 8:52 here in the first. Pettersson wins the faceoff though, and Bernier will flip it down. So Detroit will have to reset as they begin their first power play of the evening. Kaba gets it up to Helm. Helm up to Toivonen. Dayton Helm. Been a killer on the power play early in this season. A shot stopped by Fauschenbauer. That was Helm with an opportunity there. Thornburg now gliding in for the draw against Delaney. Thornburg wins it back to Kaba. Over to Horn. Down low. Thornburg with the shot gets denied. Kovalenko up to Kaba. Kaba down to Kovalenko. Slap shot off the post. Might have been redirected by Thornburg in front. Lackinen back to Kaba. Over to Horn. Down low to Kovalenko. To the side. Now Horn. Kaba. Good pass around by Detroit, but they can't get a shot away after the shot that hits the post. It'll be sent all the way down, and Roman Horn will get on it for Detroit. Lackinen up to Kaba. Up to Thornburg. Thornburg will put on the brakes. Now Lackinen trailing the play. Shot. Oh, and a good save there by Fauschenbauer. Thornburg pressed to the boards by Bernier. Tries to get it free, and it'll be Warshevsky for Detroit, or excuse me, for Calgary. He will get it all the way out. Kaba catches it in the air and gets play going again. 25 seconds left on the power play. Slater with a good poke check. Gets it away from Thornburg up to Robbie Delaney, who will get it out. And it'll be Lawrence Kaba on it for Detroit. He'll get it up to Thornburg. All the way cross ice to Kovalenko. Kovalenko trying to enter the zone. He's bodied off by Slater. Roman Horn will have to retreat. Now they come in the zone. Tries to get it down low, and Bernier picks it off. So a successful penalty kill for Calgary. Laine shot gets stopped by Falk. Horn gets it poked away by Laine. Horn sticks with it though. Centers it to Kovalenko. Kovalenko will come on the attack. He'll bring it in across the blue line. Shot gloved by Fauschenbauer, and he will hold right there. 5:50 left here in the first. Right back to the draw. Martelli against Pedersen, and Pedersen will win. Pedersen will turn back. It's now Martelli in front with a chance. He scores! Anthony Martelli picks up the turnover there by Pedersen and takes it right to the front of the net and buries it right past Simon Fauschenbauer. What a goal there by Anthony Martelli. And the draw won by Detroit. Carolinen will bring it across the line to Ignatov. Down low to Martelli. Another stop there by Fauschenbauer. Good attempt there by Martelli. Bork now up with it. Subin Bork. Shot gets blocked away. Reinhardt. Oh, and I think it hit the poster. Maybe Falk got a shoulder on it. Magnuson now up to Kuznetsov. Reinhardt with an opportunity. He'll get it down to Kuznetsov and he scores! So a great pass by Bradley Reinhardt sets up Alyosha Kuznetsov. So another goal here, and Calgary gets it right back. After falling down 1-0 on the Martelli goal, they get it right back to make it a 1-1 game here, nearing the 4-minute mark of the first period here in Calgary. Carolinen will have it. We'll get to the line and get tripped up. Wilkinson with the trip on Carolinen. So Detroit again will head to the power play. So we are ready for the draw in the Calgary zone. Helm against Pedersen. And we go back, and now Ward, shot on goal, stopped by Fauschenbauer. Toivonen hit behind the net. Warshevsky belted by Helm there. Bernier trying to get it out. It'll come back to the stick of Bernier, and he does have enough. Oh, and is this going to be a delay game? Yes, it is. So Bernier trying to flip it out. He flips it up and over the glass. The strength there. Have to call that one. Bernier gets it in the slot and just flips it right out of play. So a 5-on-3 now will commence for the Detroit Trappers. Thornburg against Reinhardt in the dot. And it is one away by Reinhardt. Jacobson now up high. Thornburg bumped off the puck. Down low to Kovalenko. He's bumped. Shot! Oh, and a good glove save on Benny Brock by Simon Fauschenbauer. 3:26 left here in the first period of action. Reinhardt back in the dot against Helm. Helm wins it back. Horn to Toivonen, to Kaba. Horn across to Helm. Helm comes in and he scores! Dayton Helm again on the power play. Wrists one right by Simon Fauschenbauer. So goal there by Dayton Helm, set up by Roman Horm and Lawrence Kaba. Helm, excuse me, will now go up against Pedersen just outside the Calgary zone after the offsides call. So Calgary still on the penalty kill after giving up the goal to Helm. Horn to Warshevsky. Warshevsky will clear it out. Lawrence Kaba, first one on it for Detroit. He'll get it up to Helm. He'll go cross ice to Ward. Ward will retreat, get it to Kaba. Kaba up the slot. Puts on the brakes. Down low, shot! And commotion in front. I believe Toivonen got a shot and Helm get a shot on, but Fauschenbauer stops them all. Delaney now in the dot. Will face Helm. Helm wins it back. Kaba to Toivonen. Shot! Pad stop there by Fauschenbauer. Helm tries to put it on net, and Fauschenbauer will take it away. Delaney against Helm now in the dot. Delaney wins it back. Keith Reed. Keith Reed will flip it out. Roman Horn now on it for Detroit with just 30 seconds left here on the power play. Toivonen stays wide on the near boards. He'll stop, get the trailer Horn down to Kovalenko. Oh, and a good setup there to Toivonen, but he's robbed by Fauschenbauer. Kaba will turn it over to Delaney. Delaney with room. 10 seconds left here on the power play. Delaney shorthanded, cuts in. Reed, tries to get it down to Delaney, and Roman Horn picks it off. Kusti Toivonen. Toivonen now at the line. We'll get it to Helm. They'll enter even strength now for both teams. Kaba turns it over. Keith Reed. Keith Reed in. Kuznetsov stays wide. Hits the trailer Reinhardt. Reed. A slap shot. And it's stopped there by Falk. Oviskatachenko up to Ristolainen. Ristolainen to the blue line. Stop. And Fauschenbauer, it's behind him. It's right on the post there. And it gets poked away by Keith Reed. Reinhardt. Kovalenko now to Laakkonen. Laakkonen across the blue line. He's chased there. Kovalenko up high, gets it blocked. Keith Reed will get it to Bork, to Reinhardt. Reinhardt for Calgary. He's bodied there by Benny Brock. Kaba will get it out right as the period concludes. So, an exciting first period as the Trappers, with a power play goal by Dayton Helm on a 5-on-3, gives them the lead 2-1 as we head to the first intermission here in Calgary. We'll be right back for the start of the second period. All right, good evening, folks. We are back, our lone game of the night here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, as the Detroit Trappers come into town and they start the second period with a 2-1 lead here in Calgary. Warshevsky will come down the middle. Reinhardt down to Pettersson, and they score right away. 13 seconds in to the second period. Warshevsky drives right up the middle, feeds Reinhardt, who feeds Pettersson, and they bury it. So Calgary gets it tied up just like that. And Detroit now needing to bounce back. A good hit there by Warshevsky. Pettersson in the corner. He'll try to kick it up the boards. Kovalenko now in front. Gets knocked behind the net. Laakkonen to Ristolainen, and it's saved there by Fauschenbauer. Warshevsky and Ristolainen will fight with each other. Ristolainen kicks it up the boards. Shot. Kovalenko gets robbed by Fauschenbauer. It looks like he got a shoulder on it. Knocked it to the corner. Pascal Bernier up to Leon Miller. He's belted at the line. Thornburg will get to the red line and dump in. First one on it will be Bernier. Pascal Bernier. And a pass misses the intended target, and it will end up as an icing on Calgary. Pettersson against Helm now as Calgary unable to make changes. Warshevsky will get it now. Turned over. Helm. Back to Kaba, over to Oviskatachenko. Oviskatachenko trying to get a shot off. He gets a slap shot away, and it's saved by Fauschenbauer. Bernier and Thornburg will fight there at the boards. It'll get free to Reinhardt. Reinhardt to the blue line. He'll try to get it down, and Helm will pick it off. Jay Ward. And he's bodied there by Mateus Shepard, and they're going to call a penalty on Shepard. Is that an elbow? Yep. Shepard gets the elbow in on Ward there. Yep, the elbow in there. Thornburg now against Delaney in the dot. And Thornburg will win it back. Laakkonen, shot gets blocked away. Magnuson will get it out of danger for Calgary. Approaching 3 minutes gone here in the second period. Jacobson up to Laakkonen. Laakkonen probing, gets it to Kovalenko. He's in the slot. Shot gets blocked away by Magnuson. Magnuson will then flip it out of play. Excuse me, not out of play, just out of danger. First one back is Slater, shorthanded. Delaney, stopped there by Falk. Delaney again shorthanded, and Anders Falk will hold that one. So good shorthanded attempts by Slater and Delaney as they go on the attack. And now Delaney will go up against Thornburg. Thornburg wins it away. Detroit now going on the attack with the man advantage here. Lackinen poked away by Bernier, and Pedersen will come up with it, and he will flip it into the Detroit bench. Pedersen again against Thornburg in the dot. Pedersen wins it back to Bernier. Bernier tries to clear, and he's knocked down by Thornburg, but Warshevsky is able to clear it for Calgary. Brock will turn in his own zone. He'll go off the boards up to Lackinen. They got a 2-on-1 brewing here. Thornburg and Lackinen. Thornburg can't get it across to Lackinen, though. Out front to Thornburg. Lackinen with it behind the net to Kovalenko. Can't get a shot away. Lackinen now in the corner. Kovalenko comes in and blows things up. Jacobson cross-ice to Thornburg, and it's blocked away by Bernier. Bernier tries to get it out, gets it up to Bogdanovich, and he will do the job and get it cleared out for Calgary. Jacobson now up to Helm. To Ward, he'll lose it at the line to Bogdanovich. Ward will fight it back, kick it to his stick, and now he's pressed to the boards there by Pedersen. Bernier and Pedersen will fight there. Ward comes free. Oh, and it's knocked away, and Shepard again is going to be called for a penalty. A trip here. So Matej Shepard, just as he was cleared of his penalty, now has to head right back to the box to serve this one. Delaney against Helm in the dot. Delaney. Bork gets it up and out. Roman Horn now to Toivonen. Toivonen to Kaba. Ward will cross the line. Jay Ward loses it. But now it's back to Horn. Horn in the slot. Shot! Gets blocked down in front. Slater gets it out. Helm up to Toivonen. And Slater will take it away. Delaney, shorthanded. Can't get through Lawrence Kaba. Dayton Helm now up to Jay Ward. Jay Ward to Toivonen. Ward in front. Oh, and a pad save there by Fauschenbauer. Toivonen now. Shot stopped by Fauschenbauer. Hit off his chest protector and knocked up in the air, and Fauschenbauer will glove it. Reinhardt against Thornburg, in the dot. Reinhardt wins it back to Warshevsky. Warshevsky will flip it out. Under a minute left here on the power play for Detroit. Brock back with it. He'll go off the boards up to Lackinen. Lackinen tries to get through, and he's bumped there by Bernier. Warshevsky off the glass and out. Detroit not getting much here on these last couple rush attempts. Jacobson to Kovalenko, spins, gets it to Thornburg. Thornburg blown up again by Bernier. Reinhardt over to Alden. Simon Alden. Oh, he's plastered there by Lackinen. And now Detroit with numbers. Tries to get through to the front, and Bernier knocks that one away. Now Thornburg back with it. Tries to get it down low to Lackinen, and he's broken up. 4 seconds left here, as that will do it for the power play here, as Detroit unable to get the go-ahead goal. Kovalenko will turn at the blue line. He'll turn again at his own blue line. Gets it to Jacobson. Over to Helm. Helm knocked away in front. It'll be Pedersen now coming away with Reinhardt. Reinhardt will come in 1-on-2. Reinhardt trying to stay wide. Cuts back to the middle and gets it knocked away. Ward to the red line and will dump in. First one to it is Helm. Helm in front. Ward. Oh, and a good stop by Fauschenbauer as he's able to go post to post. Now it'll be Pedersen. Pedersen enters the zone. Shot. And it stopped there. So 11:30 here, still in the middle frame. We are at a 2-2 game after just, believe it was 11 seconds, maybe 13 seconds into the period. Calgary tied it back up at 2. And now Kaba away for Detroit. No one's going to stop him. Martelli down to Ignatov. Oh, and a blocker stopped by Fauschenbauer. Martelli behind the net gets it to Coy, and it's picked off by Fyodorov. Centering attempt there by Coy. It'll be knocked off his stick. Keith Reed will float in. The defenseman to Shepard. Blocked down, and Coy will take it away for Detroit. Martelli will turn. Martelli still in his own zone. Will get up to Kaba. Kaba gets knocked off his stick. Ignatov slap shot goes way wide, and it'll come all the way out the zone. And it'll come all the way behind Falk, as Oviskadachenko is the first one on it for Detroit. 9:45 left here in the middle frame. Here from Canadian Western Bank. Here in Calgary, Alberta, Canada, we have a 2-2 game between the Detroit Trappers and the Calgary Stallions. Shot! Score! Ilya Markov! Out of nowhere, a slap shot from the high slot beats Fauschenbauer, set up by Vladimir Ovoskadachenko. So Ilya Markov able to bury the goal to give Detroit the 3-2 lead. Roman Horn wins the faceoff for Detroit. They'll now try to protect this 1-goal lead. Toivonen tripped there. Oh, so Calgary going to go on the penalty kill once again. Who is this one going to be on? It is Leon Miller called for the trip. Unhappy with the call, but it is a trip nonetheless. And now Detroit looking to take now a 2-goal advantage here against Calgary. Helm against Delaney in the dot. And Helm wins it back. Toivonen over to Brock, down low. Shot stopped. Ward tried to get it on net. Helm now behind the net. Tries to get in front of Toivonen, and Fauschenbauer reads that and will glove it. It will be Delaney against Helm. Helm wins it. Jacobson at the slot. Oh, and it was tipped in front, and it goes just wide by Helm. Benny Brock on it now for Detroit. He'll get it up ice to Helm. Helm, minute and a half left here on the power play. Helm tries to get in front. Ward, it's there. Oh, and it's at the side of the net, and Fauschenbauer will clear it away from danger. All the way down. Benny Brock will pick it up for Detroit. Gets it to Helm. Up to Toivonen. Toivonen. Slater now will get it out. Brock up with it for Detroit. He'll get it up to Ward. Ward across the blue line. And it'll go on net, and Fauschenbauer will just hold it. So Detroit leading the way right now with 30 shots on goal just to Calgary's 12. As they trail 3-2 Calgary. Kovalenko's shot goes wide. Looked like it might have been blocked in front. Magnuson will flip it out. Under 30 seconds left on the power play for Detroit. It'll come on net to Falcon. He'll keep play going. Dakaba. Cross ice. Kovalenko. Kovalenko enters. Gets back to the middle. Laakkonen gets it poked away. Pettersson will flip it up the glass and out. Under 5 seconds left, and that will do it for the power play here for Detroit. They lead 3-2. Laakkonen across the blue line. He'll lose it. Gets it right back. Thornburg. Oh, in the slot, and they score! It is Yevgeny Kovalenko. So just after the power play is over, Detroit able to get a goal with their top line of Laakkonen, Thornburg, and Kovalenko. So a 4-2 lead now for the Trappers here in Calgary. Is one back. Bork gets it over to Magnuson. They enter the line. Miller, who just took the penalty, gets it to Laine. Laine bumped there. Ristolainen to the red line. Tries to get it deep and is bumped off there. Laakkonen trying to get it deep again. Laine will pick it up now. Laine across the red line. Will backhand it in. It'll be Kaba. Kaba up to Laakkonen. Laakkonen with a little bit of space. Now he's met there by Warshevsky. The 228s do battle, and Warshevsky will come away. Mateusz Shepard to the red line. He's taken a couple penalties early in this game. Fyodorov turned over there. Ovoskadachenko. Coy in his own zone. Will try to escape free, and he will. They'll get it up ice to Ignatov. Ignatov into the slot. Shot Martelli, and it's gloved by Fauschenbauer. And a stop there. Won by Detroit. Ovoskadachenko tries to get it through, and it's blocked off. It'll go behind the net to Warshevsky. He'll come free with it. Warshevsky to the red line now, up to Shepard at the blue line. Picked off by Kaba. Ovoskadachenko will get it up to Martelli. Going to be a penalty here on Calgary, and they will touch up right there with Mateusz Shepard. So another power play coming to Detroit. Mateusz Shepard again. His third penalty taken. This one again is for tripping. He trips Ignatov right there. Face off coming here in the Calgary zone. Helm against Delaney. And Bernier will come in for Calgary and get it away. Vinny Slater now. Delaney shot gets blocked. Toivonen will come away for Detroit. Jay Ward. Oh, and he's blown up there by Warshevsky. Delaney now. Jacobson. Now up to Toivonen. Jay Ward. Down low to Toivonen. To Helm. He scores! So another power play goal by Dayton Helm. Set up by Kusti Toivonen. So Detroit, after Calgary to start this period, tied it right back up at 2. Detroit has fought back with 3 straight goals here in the second period. Just 3 minutes remaining. They have made it a 5-2 game. I want another chance. Ward this time. Reinhardt will try to get it away. Pedersen up to Miller. Kuznetsov must be in the locker room hurt. He flips it down to Reinhardt. Reinhardt in the corner with Jacobson. Reinhardt gets it away from Jacobson, but now it's on the stick of Thornburg. Thornburg for Detroit up to Ward. Jay Ward tries to get in, and it'll be knocked off by Reinhardt. Warshevsky almost turns it over, gets it up to Reinhardt. Reinhardt cross ice to Pedersen. Pedersen now with room. Blocked away by Falk. So he gets a pad on that one. Sticks out that right leg. Sticked away there by Calgary. It is Magnuson who was on it. Jacobson now for Detroit. It'll enter the zone. Dayton Helm looking for a hat trick tonight. Oh, and he's blown up by Subin Bork in the corner. Magnuson, under a minute left here in the second for Calgary. He'll get it to Reinhardt. Will get it to Bork. To Miller. Down low, and it's stopped. Miller at the goal line. Fyodorov stopped again by Falk. And he will hold there. 29.5 seconds left in the second. Lackanen now in the draw. Fyodorov wins it back. Bork to Fyodorov. Down low to Bogdanovich to Shepard. Magnuson. Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich will turn. Tries to get to the slot and he's bumped off right there. Magnuson at the point. Shepard to Fyodorov. Shot. Stopped by Falk. And that will do it for the second period here. So a quick start by Calgary, got it back to 2, and then Detroit fires back with 3 straight, 2 of them coming on the power play to take a 5-2 lead headed in to the third period. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll get you right back out to Alberta. All right, we are back after a quick break for the final 20 minutes here in Calgary at Canadian Western Bank Center. Pedersen and Lackanen will go up against each other in the dot, and Detroit, after 3 straight goals there in the second, leads 5-2 on the Stallions of Calgary. Kaba behind his own net will flip it to Rustalainen. Rustalainen gets it to Lackanen. Lackanen comes up the center, almost turns it over. Will try to turn back. Loses it to Pedersen. Now Kaba with it for Detroit. Kovalenko pressed to the board. Pedersen on it. Up to Bernier. Bernier will get it up the far boards to Reinhardt. Reinhardt put the brakes on for a second, and now he will attack. Pedersen down low to Miller, and it gets knocked away. Not sure if it got on net to Falk or not. Reinhardt at the blue line will get it out of the zone. Bernier to Warshevsky. Warshevsky almost turns it over. And now Warshevsky enters the zone. It'll go to the corner. Pedersen with it to Warshevsky out front. Blockered away by Falk. Pedersen back on it. Behind the net, they score! It is Bradley Reinhardt. Set up by Gun Pedersen there. A good play behind the net, and Falk just unable to move from post to post quick enough. And Reinhardt beats him 2 minutes in to the third period. So Calgary now just down 2 goals here at home. We've seen them make incredible comebacks before. including one against this Detroit Trappers team. But now Thornburg will enter, get to the blue line and deep. Bernier in the corner. Looking for the next goal to just make it a 1-goal game. 3 minutes gone here in the third. Shepard gets blocked off and knocked away. Ovoskadachenko on it for Detroit to Kaba. Kaba turned over to Warshevsky. Warshevsky. Oh, and looking for Fyodorov in the slot, and it's turned over to Jay Ward. Jay Ward will flip it down. First one on it is Thornburg. Oh, and he's obliterated by Fyodorov. Back behind the net. Bogdanovich now across the blue line. Bogdanovich shot stopped by Falk, and he will keep play going to Ovoskadachenko. Bogdanovich to Delaney. Fyodorov. Oh, not sure if Falk got a piece of that or if it's off the post. I believe he did. Ovoskadachenko fighting there with Bork. Bogdanovich, Delaney, and Thornburg. Delaney comes free. Fyodorov in the slot. Knocked away. Kaba for Detroit will get it out of danger. 5 minutes gone here in the third. An exciting start to the third period here. Horn stopped by Fauschenbauer. Bork will have it in the corner. They'll get it over to Warshevsky. Up to Slater. Slater enters the zone. Stays wide. Tries to get it down to Delaney, and it's broken up by Falk. And he will hold right there. Slater against Horn in the dot. Horn wins it. Toivonen now will try to take it away. Toivonen for Detroit will exit the zone. Gets it back to Brock. He'll retreat. Get it up to Horn in the neutral zone. Markov had a goal earlier tonight. Ilya Markov gets it knocked off his stick. Bork up to Alden. Alden to Slater. Slater staying wide. Into the chest of Falk, and he will hold right there. 13:29 left in the third. Wilkinson will face Lackinen in the dot now. Lackinen wins it back to Jacobson. Oh, and a shot there in the middle, and another penalty coming up on Calgary. An interference call, kind of behind the play. Wilkinson, easy call. Not sure what he has to complain about. Puck nowhere near. And just a shot there to Lackinen. Puck not even anywhere in the screen. So Detroit headed back to the power play. Helm will take the face-off against Pettersson. Pettersson wins it. Reed up to Shepard. Shepard will dump it in. Brock behind the net. Will come up. Gets it to Toivonen. Just Toivonen. And he'll lose it there. Mateus Shepard now picks it up for Calgary. He'll try to come in with speed, and he'll lose it. Toivonen now. Toivonen stops. Helm! Knocked down by Fauschenbauer. His Helm, no. Looks like Winslow, his stick, shatters as he blocked that shot. Thornburg against Delaney in the dot. Thornburg wins it back. Kaba, slap shot, Lackinen. Oh, and what a glove stop by Fauschenbauer. If Calgary is able to come back, that's going to be a huge save. 12:35 left here in the third. Calgary trailing by 2. They got one in the first 2 minutes of the third period to make it a 2-goal game. And now as they go on the penalty kill, Lackinen in front, stopped by Fauschenbauer. Slater now comes away for Calgary. He'll flip it down. First one on it will be Kaba. Oh, and he's hit there, but absorbs the hit from Delaney. Thornburg to Lackinen. Lackinen loses it. And it'll be Subin Bork up with it. He'll get it up to Slater. Bumped off there. Slater loses it again. This time Thornburg to Lackinen. Down low. Oh, and Kovalenko. Post to post there by Fauschenbauer as he's able to rob Kovalenko. I thought he had him dead to rights. As we are now past the 8-minute mark of this third period. 11:57 left. Thornburg against Reinhardt, and Thornburg wins it away. Shot goes wide. Kovalenko now behind the net to Thornburg out in front. Knocked away. Bogdanovich tries to get it free, and it'll go to Bernier. Warshevsky tries to get it up to Reinhardt, and it's picked up by Lackinen. Thornburg gets free. Down low. Warshevsky will now get it out. Reinhardt. Warshevsky to Reinhardt. Oh, and he's blown up there, and we got a fight. So Reinhardt hurt on the play. The hit by Lackinen. As it'll be Lackinen against Warshevsky. The 228s will go against each other. Lackinen with a good shot there on Warshevsky. Another good shot. Warshevsky hits him with 2. Warshevsky right back. Warshevsky, oh, and Warshevsky knocks Lackinen down. So he's unhappy with the hit by Lackinen on Reinhardt. And Warshevsky will proudly glide over to the penalty box. So we are clear to go here. We are in the neutral zone just outside the Calgary zone, still on the penalty kill for another 2 seconds here. Delaney wins it back to Bernier, and that will do it for the power play for Detroit. So they're unable to get their 3-goal lead back. And now Calgary on the attack. Slater down low, stopped by Falk. Slater back with it in the corner. Wilkinson tried to center to Delaney, and he couldn't get it through. Helm up to Jacobson. Jacobson stopped there. He'll get it over to Brock. Brock. Detroit bodied there at the blue line. Slater in his own zone. Kicks it up the boards, and it'll be Coy. Ward stopped there, and Fauschenbauer will knock it behind the net. Out in front, and another sprawling stop by Simon Fauschenbauer. What a save right there. Pedersen against Helm in the dot. A big save there by Fauschenbauer. He's made a few here in the third period to keep it a 2-goal game for the Stallions. Bernier up to Laine. Laine tries to cut through. Miller has it on his stick, and it's knocked away. Bernier down to Pedersen. Pedersen shot. Oh, and it's just sticked away by Falk. Good opportunity there for Pedersen. Miller will lose it to Thornburg behind the net. Thornburg trying to come free. He'll get away from Laine. He'll speed in and flip it. Magnuson, first one on it. 8:45 left here in the third. Detroit with a 5-3 lead here in Calgary. Leon Miller loses it to Ward. Thornburg knocked away. Stuart Thornburg flips it in. Bernier now behind the goal line. He'll flip it up, and it will miss everybody and not be an icing. They are going to say Jacobson had an opportunity to get there, and he didn't. So Ward gets to the red line and flips in. 7.5 left to go here in the third. Calgary needing at least one more to get it to an entering, to get it to a one-shot game, basically. Bogdanovich across the line. Fyodorov, oh, and a blocker stop. Bogdanovich down low, and Falk stopped there. Bogdanovich down low, can't get it by Falk. It's in the crease, and Falk will hold it there. So good opportunities from Calgary there over the last minute. So Slater against Horn in the dot. And we'll come back to Toivonen. Toivonen up to Ovaskadachenko. The big Ukrainian defenseman will skate free. Oh, and a trip there. Alden is going to be guilty there for Calgary. Simon Alden, yep, he will head to the box on a tripping call. So that is huge. Now this penalty kill becomes enormous. You have to not allow something, and if you can get a rush going your way or something shorthanded, you got to take it for Calgary as you find yourself down 2 with a little over 6 minutes left here in this game. Delaney and Thornburg. Delaney wins it back. Warshevsky over to Bernier. Up to Delaney. Delaney wide. Gets to the middle. Shot. Oh, and it can't get it on net. It sits at the side of the cage there. Kovalenko gets it away. And now it's turned over back to Kovalenko. Kovalenko, will have it. He gets it poked away by Warshevsky. Delaney flips it to Bernier. Bernier up to Warshevsky. Warshevsky. Kaba now takes it away from Warshevsky. 5.5 minutes left here. Kaba over to Lackinen to Thornburg. And it'll be offsides as Kovalenko just gets in ahead of Thornburg. Pedersen against Thornburg. And Pedersen wins it back. Almost turned over there. Magnuson now. Back behind the net. He'll come up front. Gets it to Shepard. Shepard turns it over. Thornburg now with it to Kaba. Kaba up to Kovalenko. Thornburg turned away. Magnuson now away. Calgary, oh, they had a chance at a rush there, but now it's rubbed out by Detroit. Shepard gets to Magnuson. Magnuson turns it over. Lakinen's going to have a chance here. Lakinen in. Shot. Stopped by Fauschenbauer. Lakinen pressed to the boards by Magnuson. Kovalenko will have it. He'll turn it over. It'll be Bork on it. 5 seconds left here on the power play. Approaching 4 minutes to go in the game. And that will do it. So Calgary gets that first check on their checklist. Kill off the penalty. But now Thornburg. Oh, and a stop by Fauschenbauer. Now they need their last 2 checks. 2 goals here to get it tied in the last 3:53. Lakinen against Wilkinson in the dot. Wilkinson back to Warshevsky. Lakinen backhand on net. Warshevsky gets it away. Wilkinson to Laine. Laine flips it down. Kaba pressed behind his own goal with Miller. Ristolainen up to Oviskadachenko. Over to Lakinen on the near boards. He'll cut to the middle. Tries to get across Warshevsky and he's knocked down there. Those two met early in the game for a fight. Looking like they're bumping there again. Looking for something else. Kaba against Miller. They'll fight for it there. It'll come free to Helm. He'll be bumped by Miller. Miller and Kaba again. Now Dayton Helm. Still looking for a hat trick tonight. He will flip it down. Warshevsky the first to pick it up. Approaching 2 minutes left here in the third. Warshevsky up to Wilkinson. Wilkinson to Laine. Laine to Wilkinson. Down low Miller. Can't beat short side on Falk. Now it's up to Wilkinson. He'll lose it to Ward. Laine now with it. To Miller. Shot stopped by Falk and he will hold. Approaching a minute and a half left here in the third period. Going to be about that time that Fauschenbauer leaves the net. Pettersson against Horn. Horn knocked back. Miller over to Pettersson. Now to Miller. Miller up to Warshevsky. Bernier to Laine. Laine tries to get to the middle. He'll be knocked off. Laine on the backhand. Pettersson, oh, just hits the post. Kaba now. Oviskadachenko out front. And now it's Markov. Markov blocked there by Warshevsky. Sticked away. Now Laine coming up. He'll get it to Bogdanovich and he scores! Pettersson with the deflection. Puts it home. And we now just have a 1-goal game with about 40 seconds left. Gun Pettersson tipped home. The shot by Velimir Bogdanovich. Roman Horn wins it back. Brock over to Toivonen. Toivonen up to Horn. Warshevsky will have it. 30 seconds now. Warshevsky up to Shepard. They need to get it, and Fauschenbauer, there he goes. So back to the 6-on-5. It's in front. Falk will get it free to Toivonen. He's hit there. And it'll be Delaney to Shepard. Stopped by Falk. And he will hold there at the edge of his crease. 14 and a half seconds left. The Trappers trying to hold on to a 5-4 lead late here in Calgary. Slater against Lakinen. Slater wins it back. Warshevsky to Reed. Reed gets it blocked away. Now Warshevsky. Delaney turned over. Delaney in front to Alden. Down low. Falk stops it. We have 4 seconds exactly. As Anders Falk under siege right now, but he's holding up Detroit. If they could just get one face-off win, they could dump it down. 3 seconds left here in the third. And they do win it back, and that is gonna do it. So Detroit comes into Calgary and gets a much-needed win after losing 2 straight. They come away with a 5-4 win here in Calgary, as now Calgary has lost 2 in a row to Montreal and now to Detroit. A great game here with 2 third-period goals by Calgary to make it a tight game. Maybe just kind of ran out of time. Pettersson with the deflection goal there late in the third, under a minute to get it back down 1. So that is going to do it for us here from Calgary as Detroit comes into Western Canada and comes away with a 5-4 win. We'll have post-game coverage for you right after the break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here with our post-game coverage of the Detroit Trappers' 5-4 win in Calgary over the Stallions. We look at the team stats here. Detroit with 45 shots on goal. Calgary finishing with 33. Hits in favor of Calgary 32-26. And Detroit 28 faceoffs to Calgary's 24, so fairly even in the faceoff dot. Detroit ends up getting 9 power plays on the evening and is able to net 2 power play goals on Calgary, as Calgary goes 0 of 2 on the power play. So that is the team stats. We will now head to the individuals as we head to Detroit. Helm with 2 goals and then a lot of single point getters. Oviskatchenko, Kaba, Lackinen, Thornburg, Horn, Ward, Toivonen, all with 1 assist. And then Markov, Kovalenko, and Martelli with a goal apiece. We look at Brock, Ristolainen, Tiketovic, Koi, Ignatov, and Karolainen with no points tonight. Hits. Brock had 3, Oviskatchenko 6, Kaba and Lackinen with 4, and then our plus minuses, Thornburg and Horn with a +1, Ristolainen a -2 tonight, and then also Oviskatchenko, surprisingly, it looked like he had a pretty good game out there, ends up with a -2 as well. We head to the goaltending. Falk, not a great performance, but good enough to get the win, and it now at least puts competition between him and Utkin. Falk, 33 shots against, comes up with 29 saves for an .879 save percentage on 4 goals against. So there is Anders Falk's stats for tonight. And now we head to the Stallions, the other side. Reinhardt with a goal and 2 assists. Pettersson with 2 goals and an assist. Reinhardt injured early in that third period as the Warshevsky and Lackinen fight happened. That was what led to their fight, I should say. Warshevsky now 2 assists. Kuznetsov with a goal, Magnuson, Line, and Bogdanovich all with an assist. Bernier, no points, but a +3. Miller, no points, but a +2 as well. Shepard a -2, Winslow -1. Hits, we had Bernier with 7, Bork with 5, Warshevsky with 9 as well. So a good performance, but unfortunately not enough. I guess the difference there, why you're seeing so many pluses on Calgary, is because the power play goals for Detroit coming the other way. So Reinhardt, Pettersson, Warshevsky able to pick up some big pluses. Bernier and Miller doing the same as well. So now to the goaltending. Fauschenbauer kind of comes back down to earth with I don't know why this keeps happening to Calgary, but he is absolutely fired upon by the Trappers tonight. Comes up with 40 saves on 45 shots against, leading to an .889 save percentage, 5 goals against. So not the worst performance I've ever seen, but still something I think Fauschenbauer, he would have liked to have done a lot better here tonight. We're going to take you now to the goals scored as you look at Calgary entering the third period down 5-2, but unable to come away with the win after 2 third period goals. So Martelli unassisted there, Kuznetsov, Helm, and then Pettersson got things tied back up in the second period, and then 3 straight in about a stretch of 6 minutes there from Markov, Kovalenko, and Helm. And then in the third period, Reinhardt scoring early in the third to get it to a 2-goal game, and then Pettersson with 40 seconds left got it to a 1-goal game, and Calgary unable to get that equalizing goal to get it tied back at 5. So Detroit comes into Calgary, comes away with a 5-4 win over the Stallions. An important win for Detroit as it gets them right back near the top of that America division as they now trail New York, who's now 2-1-0-1. And Minnesota, they are tied technically with Minnesota, but Minnesota has a better point percentage as they played 1 less game. Minnesota sits at 2-1, Detroit now at 2-2. It also clears Detroit of Boston and Chicago at the bottom of the America division. So that is going to do it for our one and only game here on a Saturday night as the Detroit Trappers head into Calgary to win 5-4. Tomorrow, 3 games on a Sunday. We're going to have our first game, an afternoon game. Ottawa heads into Edmonton to take on the Dinos. They just played each other on the other side of the country. And now Boston will head into Minnesota. And then our evening game, Another big game, Montreal at Calgary. We just had that incredibly close game the other night, and now Calgary looks to get revenge on the Mammoths and give them their first loss on the season. So that's going to do it for us here from Calgary. We hope to see you tomorrow for our triple header of Sunday action. We will see you tomorrow.